shining, to cheer the wanderer lone and tempest-tossed. No storms can hide that radiance peaceful beaming, since Jesus came to seek and save the lost. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Give me the Bible when my heart is broken, when sin and grief have filled my soul with fear. Give me the precious words by Jesus spoken. Hold up faith's lamp to show my Savior near. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Give me the Bible, all my steps enlighten, teach me the dangers of these realms below. That lamp of safety o'er the gloom shall brighten, that light alone the path of peace can show. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Give me the Bible, lamp of life immortal, hold up that splendor by the open grave. Show me the light from heaven's shining portals, show me the glory gilding Jordan's wave. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Break thou the bread of life, dear Lord, to me, as thou didst break the loaves beside the sea. Beyond the sacred page, I seek thee, Lord. My spirit pants for thee, O living word. Bless thou the truth, dear Lord, to me, as thou didst bless the bread by Galilee. Then shall all bondage cease, all fetters fall, and I shall find my peace, my all in all.
Young Prospector. Hello, the young prospector. expect to hear, ready to go down into the mine of God's Word. So get your pickaxes, get your hard hats, and come dig with me, for there'll be golden in their pages. The vein that we are examining today is Psalm 87, and in Psalm 87 there is a lot of prophetic language as it pertains to the kingdom and nations flowing into the kingdom, and we will take a look at that here as we get into it. But let me go here and Psalm 87 and alright. Hello, Reba. Let's go mining. Hi, Laura. Hi, Reba. Greetings, Teresa. Good to see you all. Oh, okay. Psalm 87. This is a psalm of the sons of Korah, a song. On the holy mount stands the city that is the city founded. The Lord loves the gates of Zion more than all the dwelling places of Jacob. Glorious things of you are spoken, O city of God. Among those who know me, I mention Rahab and Babylon. Behold, Philistia, Tyre, and Cush. This one was born there, they say. And of Zion it shall be said, this one and that one were born in there, for the Most High Himself will establish her. The Lord records as He registers the peoples. This one was born there. Singers and dancers alike say, all my springs are in you. What nuggets can we find? Well, verses 1 through 3, we have this idea again of this holy mount in Mount Zion. And this idea is that the Lord loves the gates of Zion more than all the dwelling places of Jacob. Zion is a chosen place. Hi, Tiny Work. Zion is this chosen place. And so look at a couple of New Testament passages that deal with Zion in this way. Revelation 3:12. Look at what this says. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 12. Rev 3. The one who conquers, I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God. Never shall he go out of it. And I will write on him the name of my God and the name of the city of my God, the new Jerusalem which comes down from my God out of heaven in my own name. And so we see in this psalm that the Lord had founded Jerusalem, and really this is fulfilled here in Revelation 3:12, we still see the idea of Jerusalem and Zion and the temple of God all the way through. It is a theme that we see throughout the prophets, the Psalms, and into the New Testament. And we are called the temple of God. We are the New Jerusalem. I would like to also take you to Ephesians chapter 2 and notice the end of the chapter. Verse 19, so then you are no longer strangers and aliens, but you are fellow citizens with the saints and members of the household of God, built on the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Jesus Christ himself being the cornerstone, in whom the whole structure being joined together joins into a holy temple in the Lord. In him you are also being built together into a dwelling place for God by the Spirit. And so we have the idea here in Revelation 3:12 that the temple of God is heaven, the New Jerusalem, but also here in Ephesians 2 that we are that temple. And so, in a sense, we are experiencing God's presence here as the temple of living stone. We are still waiting for the new Jerusalem, the perfect temple, and so let's look back at Psalm 87, verse 2. The Lord loves the gates of Zion more than all the dwelling places of Jacob. Glorious things of you are spoken. And we have one more passage to consider, is that this idea in verse in verse 2 and 3, Revelation 21:2. Revelation 21 verse 2. I know your works, your toil, and your patient endurance, and consider how you cannot bear with those who are evil, but those who call themselves apostles and are not, found them to be false. Whoops, Revelation 21:2. That's why I was confused there. Revelation 21 verse 2. Look what John sees. See this connection? I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. We are living in the time of the bride of Christ. And we're also waiting for this time that the church will come in its fullness. And so Psalm 87, the dwelling of Zion is the church, is fulfilled in the church and ultimately fulfilled when we get to heaven. And then in verses 4 and 5, you have this idea of Isaiah 4, Isaiah 2:2. It says here in Psalm 87, among those who know me, I mentioned Rahab, Babylon, behold, Philistia, Tyre, Cush. This one is born there, they say, and of Zion it shall, we say, this one and that one were born in her, for the Most High will establish her. That sounds a lot like Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 2, that all the nations were going to flow to this mountain. The mountain of the Lord will be established, and all the nations shall flow unto it. Look at what Isaiah says. It shall come to pass in the latter days that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established as the highest of the mountains, and shall be lifted up, and all the nations shall flow to it. And many people shall say, come, and say, come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may teach us his ways, that we may walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem, and he shall judge between the nations. They shall decide disputes for many peoples. They shall beat their swords into plowshares, their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And we see this idea from Isaiah 2 and Psalm 87, that all these nations were going to flow onto the mountain. And of Zion, it will be said, this one was born in her, for the Most High will establish her. The Lord records as he registers his people, this one was born there. And so this is a place where God's presence dwells, where peace and harmony dwells. If we go back to Isaiah 2 and verse 4, talks about how there's not going to be any war anymore. And finally, singers and dancers alike say, all my springs are in you. We will have access to living water. The big nugget here is the Lord was going to establish a kingdom, and he did it through Jesus, and all these nations were going to flow onto it. Oh, what nuggets we can find in our jar for when we stand before the judgment seat of Christ, and he says our jar, he can say, well done, thou good and faithful servant, enter in. I've hidden your word in my heart, that I might not sin against you. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you on the next adventure. There we go, then on their pages, that's right. God bless y'all. Keep mining, keep digging.